I don't stream anything.
It doesn't matter. You just go down the road and or you out somewhere and you look up the weather and all of a sudden, shit like that adds up quickly.
I've never used even like close to 50 gigs or whatever, like the next lowest plan is. But
There's some like,
no.
if you're bad,
50 gigs?
Yeah. I don't
They
know.
have a 50 gig plan?
Yeah.
Man, like normally, so I'm part of a family plan with my wife's family, and if I go over 4 gigs, I get like a massive option.
Oh.
That's stupid.
I was on one with my dad, and he was like, "You need to get off my wireless plan. I don't want to pay for it." I was like, "I pay you every month." And
You just got tired of paying from
yeah,
front end.
but then when I got off his plan, he didn't qualify as the family plan anymore, so it doubled his bill anyway. And I was like, "Yes, got him." He's like, "You want to come back on my plan?" I'm like, "No, fuck you."
Oh, I said I'm already 2.8, and I got more than half my notes. I don't know what we don't have a limit, but at some point, I think on
It
the
switches to like the slow one.
yes,
Yeah.
I think it's as a group if you go over 16.
How many people?
Shit. So that's part of the problem.
The more people, the cheaper.
the first 5 minutes, we were
That call on Suze was incredible. Our
And then
intro
just
nailed
downhill
it.
after that.
And
I
then,
thought it was good.
what have we done to like?
Oh, you were burning people all game. I can't make an offhand comment.
I was. And then once we realized the light was turned on, devastated.
96.
I might want to get long sleeves.
That looks is hittable like a 56. Probably not.
Whoa.
That was awesome.
That was destined for the bucket.
I would have walked that shit off the floor.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Then you're leaving.
Yeah.
He never came to the rinks again.
Yeah,
Usually
just
it's been
disappeared.
pretty well planned out.
Delete all my social media accounts.
Yeah.
Yeah, last year's was
Well,
actually we had,
last
like,
time we saw Thunder City, he dropped one in the bucket from behind the boards and no one ever talked to him.
Just drained it. Yeah, that was the last we saw of him. Oh. Yeah. Well, that's what I do all day at work. Oh, you drink that one can of pop all day? Like, yeah. Comes with me everywhere I go. get back to the can. They can't give us, and they can't take it back.
Does McManus have 20 points yet?
He has
Yeah,
3.
thank you. I look around, I'm like, oh, come on. I
Need
want
about 17 more to have a chance.
I believe in you.
I don't know.
This guy takes one in and brings it out.
Oh, then it doesn't count.
And then give them to me.
But it doesn't. It didn't go in. Yeah. Back to the drawing board.
Is the mic on?
Yep.
Remember from last game?
Yeah.
It'd be worse if you just sunk it and then it bounced out. If it was empty.
It was at least halfway in.
What a pesky little board that was, huh?
That's one of those where you like,
You got blue balls.
yeah, it's one of those where I look around and like, fuck, nobody saw it. And I was like, I saw it.
How's school going? And we're back for Game 2 of your HRL World Series. The Aces took Game 1 7-3, a come-from-behind victory after the Baby Cakes took an early 3-0 lead. Once again, I'm your host, Mippy5, joined here by three-time HRL champion Grizz. Grizz, are the Cakes in trouble now, down 1-0? Do they have a chance?
Cakes are in trouble, but there's a lot of series left. It'd benefit them a lot to sneak this one out against WebGem.
Thanks, Grizz. Now that that cliche is out of the way, do the Cakes have a chance now that they lost Game 1?
No shot.
Okay. It was going to be an uphill battle for the Cakes all series.
Now they're climbing Mount Everest.
Even if they won Game 1, this is going to be much more difficult for them now. If they somehow pull this rabbit out of their hat, it would be maybe the biggest Cinderella story in World Series history.
100%. It'd be fun to watch.
Absolutely. It'd make for great content.
I think Dumpy would break a window, but it'd be fun to watch.
We've got WebGem on the mound.
It's not even a challenge anymore.
Hero of the Hopkins City Finals, but that was at the bat. Let's see what he can do on the mound facing Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss led off last game with a solo home run. He set the bar pretty high for himself. Let's see if he can do something similar again. First pitch comes in at 63, misses outside.
WebGem's amped up here, man.
Yeah, WebGem's got a nice little lather going early. Or maybe that's baby oil, I can't tell.
Either way, he's glistening.
He looks good. Laced up the middle, that looks like it caught chalk, so even if Dumpy would have fielded that, it would have been a single. Leadoff single for Seuss.
Yep. Easy one, B, Hovey.
That is a Baby Cake single. That is a Rubber Ducks out in the books. If you know, you know.
And a Rumble Ponies tweet.
And a Rumble Ponies tweet, absolutely. Hove steps up to the dish. As we mentioned earlier, Hove with his 4th straight World Series appearance in his 4th season in the HRL.
Carried.
He's the 4th player to ever do that. All of the other players are his teammates. Deep to center. He pimped it and it went off the fence.
Nice bat
Oh.
flip, 9.
It was an incredibly pimped single. Hit very hard, but just died. Maybe that heavy air at night kept that in the yard. I don't even know if air is heavy at night. I just am saying that to try and sound smart. Good start for the Baby Cake. Set the table for Pooh Bear here. He needs to put the ball in play right here. Swing and a foul tip. Followed straight back, and WebGem just attacking Pooh right here. Ooh, headhunting.
Let them know, sending the message.
Yeah, it's important to establish that plate early, especially when Pooh Bear's standing about 12 feet off of it. Oh yeah, and
Yeah, go
really
right at 'em.
establish
Go
it.
right
Yeah.
at 'em here.
Make him back up a little bit more to open up that outside corner. Oh, fouled back. Good at bat here for Pooh in the first. The importance of this at bat can't be overlooked. To right, that's over the line. That's gonna score. Oh no! And Seuss gets pegged at the plate. Oh, what a play by Syke. I thought Seuss was gonna hold up at first, but he went for it. Instead of
That's a
bases
close
loaded.
play, Bob.
It was very close. It looked out, but it was very close. I don't think we need to go to replay for that one.
A little surprised the Baby Cake just didn't request a video challenge there.
Yeah, I think they knew. They're a classy team. Now this puts Hondi in an even more important spot right here. Time for his big rookie moment. Maybe that's a potential game-changing play right there, right in the first inning.
Definitely a game-changing play. They don't want to let WebGem get settled in here.
Yeah. Syke making an impact on the mound in game one, at the plate in game one, and now instantly making an impact from right field in game one. Nasty drop ball. Hondi's able to get a piece of that one,
Hondi's wearing a hat here that looks like it doesn't quite fit his head.
but it fits his personality. Inside, and that's all that really matters in the end. Oh, little changeup, gets over the line, and it gets past Dumpy. Hove scores, Pooh Bear to third, and the Cakes take a 1-0 lead.
It's a nice, pretty swing there on the changeup. Held the hands back nice and drove it to left field for an RBI single.
Now, big at bat there for Hondi right there. You can only think, what if Seuss had held up at third? This inning would look even more delicious for the Cakes.
Great take there, Mip.
Palp here needs to put the ball in play. Anything on the ground should score a run. WebGem has that sharp break on his drop. It's looking heavy tonight. That changeup.
Oh.
Swing and a miss. WebGem could really use a strikeout right here. Palp is tough to strike out.
I would have gotten 2-0.
Good take there.
And then drop the rest of them.
And that one was 64. So there goes WebGem's warning.
Yeah. I know.
And ball
Clutch.
5.
92% free.
Now Seuss with a chance. I don't want to say to redeem himself because it wasn't like a base running blunder. It was just an aggressive play that didn't go their way.
Correct.
But a chance to make up for it a little bit, I guess.
Biggest at bat of the series right here.
Oh!
That's a pretty hot take right there.
I think that hit the R on HRL, which is right in the middle of the board. Taken for strike one.
Grizz with the inside.
Swing and a miss, inside out swing from Seuss is fruitless right there.
Where'd he go?
0-2. Now he's got to shorten up here.
You're like,
Strike approach.
I don't care.
Who tries that back door? Where have I seen that pitch before? Oh yeah, I throw that pitch.
Yeah, where'd you learn that?
Not from WebGem.
Okay, sure.
What a pitch from WebGem. Hits that inside corner
That's
for the
a-
second out.
That's a hard 59 for a strike
Mhm.
there.
Nice and easy dodge.
The lather from the baby oil is getting supplemented from the lather of the sweat now, and WebGem just looks more attractive as each pitch goes by. Oh, rips it over the line. That's going to be a base hit. Dumpy dives for it, misses it. 1 run will score. Hondi comes in to score. The Cakes once again take a 3-0 lead. Hove 2 for 2 on the inning with 2 big singles.
Hove came to play game 2. Let's hope he can keep it going on the mound here as well.
Love the effort there from Dumpy, but in that situation, the ball was already over the line, diving for it. Doesn't do much, as here's a squibber to right, and Syke makes the play to end the inning. But the Baby Cakes jump on top 3-0 once again. And just when you think they're down and out, they reel you right back in.
Hove pretty pumped up here on the Baby Cakes bench. It's going to be fun to see what he can do here in his first World Series appearance on the mound.
Confidence has to be sky high for Hove after beating the Vibes in Game 5 in a do-or-die game right there. Nobody expected them to pull that one out, and yet he was able to shut down the Vibes after getting 10 runs by them in the same night. He lost 14-4 to them in Game 3 and came back to beat them. I believe the final score was 6-3 in Game 5. Absolutely gutsy performance.
Hondi's just getting some stretching out here in right field. Usually that's done prior to the game, but we'll see how this works out.
But
for
it
him.
is going to draw in the viewers, and if we can zoom in on that, it is a very glorious view. Going back to Hove's gutsy performance, however, Seuss mentioned to me off camera that he had Palp slated for that Game 5 after Game 3 had been played, just because the Vibes were all over him. The Wish had 5 home runs, Huck Finn had 4 home runs. Just an absolutely incredible performance by the Dean brothers, and Seuss was going to throw Palp just because of that, but Hove ran out to the mound as Game 5 was about to start and just started throwing warm-ups and just started peppering the board. And at that moment, Seuss was like, all right, I guess you're pitching. And the rest is history. Here we are.
That's just good reporting there, Mip. Those are the takes and inside information that we all really want to hear.
We've got a hot take from off camera from Coach, aka Grammatica, aka Trent. And this just in, he says, wiffle ball with friends is fun. Controversial, but needed to be said. Also, in illegible handwriting, a note that he just handed the producers is that Marty is drunk.
Fun fact.
Cannot confirm or deny that.
Not controversial.
People are saying that's not controversial.
It is currently 7:51. It is dark out, and Marty can confirm is still wearing sunglasses.
It is basically Friday night here on Monday night at Hopkins Central.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, ladies and gentlemen.
Their prescription. Can't see it. Want to be a dick about it.
Sun setting here at Central. As the sun sets, the mosquitoes are coming out, and the broadcast booth did not bring any mosquito spray.
Yeah, you don't make any more calls, right?
I have some spray.
Thank you for taking my hint. Thank you. Marty gonna come in clutch. If he can find his keys and make it to the spray, he's
We'll
gonna
be
provide
seeing
some
3
spray.
different sets. Let's hope he picks the right one.
WebGem steps up to the plate, dripping. On a chilly Monday night at Central. Temperature sitting at about
That's 0.
64%. Yeah. Hove, make sure there's 0 outs right there. Love that. Just astute and first pitch. Daddy Gem.
He's got 5 kids, folks.
And 1 dong that has produced those 5 kids and that home run. Hove confirms, still 0 outs.
Madison Can says bye. All right, see you later. Have a good rest of your night. You taking off or?
She's talking about that ball, because that ball is
okay,
bye.
I don't think it's come down yet.
No, it definitely came down over there.
Was that the first pitch of the game? First
First pitch after Hove was a little.
What up, PC?
That's what we like to call GHD.
GHD.
Web Gem majored in GHDs.
Please explain.
No.
Okay. In the chat, please explain what GHD stands for.
Good eyes. Be
That
smart.
one looked like it clocked in at 66. I'm not sure if either team caught that though. Fouled off. Aces are, and that's a 66-mile-an-hour foul off, so therefore it's a walk. Looks like Hove trying to double check the radar. Looks like Hove was questioning whether it was legit or whatnot. They are using a new display that the Cakes haven't used all year, so Hove double checking that that's not reading a little bit differently than their other radar. However, it's just the display, the radar is the same, so it shouldn't be any difference.
That's good. That's teamwork.
Hove communicating with Hondi in center field where he wants him to play. Another one at 65.
Some people
Hove
don't
is
know
amped up
this.
right now.
For the Pondy was smart, you'd be playing to our left.
Dead pull,
All
absolutely.
pull. Grasshoppers did that to Babyface. It really gets in his head.
Yeah, you were basically holding hands in the outfield
Correct.
when Babyface was batting. We made note of that.
All it does is get in his head. I'll tell you, this is one of the best hitters in the league right here. After Grizz.
Hove has to find a way to escape this first inning right here. It could snowball pretty quickly with the radar gun. 63, he found that one. That's where he needs to live, 63 and under. Speed limit is 63 in the HRL. 64 is a ball, or something that doesn't hit the board is a ball. And the tying run is already on after the early 3-0 lead.
This might get out of hand fast. Too bad, thank you for the explanation. We really appreciate it.
The bug spray wasn't there.
Good eyes, Will.
I almost brought the
Dumpy
sunscreen
batting
this
in a key
evening.
situation here. We will be hearing from his dad after this inning. He's going to be a guest in the booth. Takes ball 2. We're going to have some inside information on what it takes to raise a dumpy. Fouled off.
Hove a little amped up here. I don't know if it's adrenaline, excitement, or what it is, but he's throwing the ball a little hot right now. On the
He
mound.
looked cool, calm, and collected during warm-ups, and then the first pitch got hit out, and he falls over on that pitch. I think that was intentional, though.
I think that's a distraction,
Yeah.
and I love that play.
Yep.
I love where his head's at.
Yep. He's trying whatever he can. Found the corner at 63. If he can live there, I mean, the Aces aren't going to score many runs.
That's
it's just
just
a
a good
problem.
pitch.
How do you live there?
With
Little rock.
with the shirt in the mouth showing his stomach as he delivers the pitch. I think that might be an HRL first, maybe. Your thoughts?
Yeah, well, it didn't work, so maybe he shouldn't do it again.
I can't argue with that logic. It's a bold strategy, Colin. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Dr. Seuss, I think this counts as a second mound visit. When Hove went over to Seuss and talked to him, I did see the umpire signal their first mound visit, so now this is the second mound visit right here.
You have to take him out after 3, correct?
Yep, yeah, I believe it's 3 in the HRL.
What happens if the pitcher visits the coach inside?
Bounded.
Strike one to Dodger Dave. Yeah, there's a gray area of whether the pitcher visited the coach on that one, so we'll have to get to the bottom of that.
I truly think in the offseason here, Hove should really look for a legitimate pitching coach, someone along the lines of Kmart. I think could really help him out.
When he hits the board, he's hitting it at 63, which is a great pitch. Let's see if he can find that consistently here to Dodger Dave.
Whoa!
Souvenir for me.
That was off my elbow.
one-
My bad. That's my bad.
That one thrown back in the booth here.
Yep. Did you see that throw back to the pitcher right on target? Hopefully Hove can channel that.
It's about max speed from Mippy 5 there.
Another ball. You gotta attack right
Correct
here.
me if I'm wrong, but there's still 0 outs, correct?
0 outs.
It's a big inning.
Oh, what a pitch! Inside corner, 63. That's gotta be a confidence boost for Hove right there.
I believe every strike he's thrown so far has been on 63 on the nuts. Pretty ballsy place to live at.
Especially with nowhere to put any base runners on free walks.
It's okay, they got the crappy hitter up to hit a home run in the first, so.
WebGem looking to tie this up or maybe a little bit more after he led off the game with a home run. Takes a strike at 60, pretty much right down the middle.
Third overtime.
And Hove looks to have found it a little bit right here. 1-2 to WebGem. Oh, the
knee
changeup!
buckler change up there.
That buckled my knees and I was sitting down.
I almost missed my seat.
2 outs. Fell out of your seat, I think that's what you're going for.
Well, I had just sat down, so
I
but
see.
they couldn't see that.
Yeah, that's.
We're just gonna move on from that.
gonna
Psych
move
here
on.
battling with 2 outs.
Hove not out of the woods yet. Fouled off to right. Can't make the play. It's over the fence, and Hove leaps over the fence. Didn't need to do that, but you know, he did, and now he's back.
A lot of people see Psych as the best hitter in the HRL. Mickey, your thoughts?
With the bases loaded and nowhere to put them, I can't think of anyone I would rather face less than Psych right now. Did that hit?
Except Grizz, right?
Sure, whatever makes you happy. I'm not sure if that hit. I couldn't
couldn't
hear.
tell either.
If it did, it's 0-2. Otherwise, it's 1-1. Hove delivers. Ground ball to left. Can Pooh Bear make this play? Yes, he can. That's a tough play on a medium speed ball. And a play that saves the inning. And what a performance by Hove after giving up a leadoff home run and then allowing 3 straight batters to reach. He escapes with the lead. We are now about to be joined in the booth by Yager. Yager is the father, or one of the fathers of Dumpy, other than me, and he birthed Dumpy. And welcome to the booth, Yager. How's it feel to watch your son play in a World Series?
Oh, this is fantastic. I mean, look at this team. Look at this talent. I mean, putting aside the genetic connection, I mean, this is some of the best wiffle ball you're going to see in the country. I'm glad to be here.
Take me back to the night you were conceiving Dumpy. When you were conceiving, did you have this in mind that you are going to create a monster that's going to carry or lead a team or have a big role in a team, potentially winning a World Series in the HRL?
Well, that's a really great question. And you know, if I kind of set my mind to it, go back to it was early October night. I think we're getting close to Halloween. So there's a cosplay element to it, obviously.
Oh, love that.
Also,
What were you dressed as?
A top.
Okay.
Yeah. And there was a storm outside, and I remember the moment of conception. Lightning struck. It was sort of a la Robert Redford. You know, I had that sense, and the light socket blew out at the same time. It could have been the high frequency scream, but you know, it was a hell of a night, and it resulted in a hell of a player, and we couldn't be happier.
Like the Lil Wayne song, I knock her lights out, but she still shine. Dumpy is still shining after you knocked his or her lights out that night.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Palpatine steps to the dish. Cake's leading 3-1 in the top of the second. Do you have any bold predictions for this series?
Oh, if you had asked me before the series started, I probably would have given you a different answer. But I think all of us are looking at the results of Game 1 and kind of reconfiguring our parlays. But I think at this point, if you're not thinking 4-0, you're not paying attention.
All right, so 4-0 prediction from Yager. You're not the only one that has had a 4-0 sweep, and WebGem lobs one in there to Pal. He didn't want to walk him, tried to bait him into swinging at a 4-0 pitch.
The Emperor knows all. He's not going to bite on that.
Right. Veteran move not to swing at that right there. Regular season, that's real tempting to swing 4-0.
Oh, absolutely. And Palp is, he's a scholar, he's a gentleman, he probably is going to take a swipe at that. But, the stakes are higher. I mean, everything about tonight's a little crisper, a little more HD, and Palp's no different.
Seuss steps up to the plate. He singled in the first inning right off the chalk line. Dumpy almost made the play on it, but it wouldn't have mattered because I think it was over the line. That's flared to right. That's going to drop. Play not made by Babyface. Big turn by Seuss, but Palp was on second base, so he can't go. And that is a single for Seuss. And the Baby Cakes are in business again in the second inning.
That's just Cakes wiffle ball right there. It's seeing eye grounders, it's dying quails. I don't know if it's it's going to crack the code tonight for these guys, but they get it where they can.
Yeah, a lot of people are annoyed by it because it's not the conventional like dong or bust HRL style, but the Cakes just play smart wiffle ball and they know how to get on and not make outs.
Winners find a way. That's just straight up. Winners find a way.
And Seuss is the ultimate winner in this league. 10 World Series, 4 championships. Just filled with winners as Hove takes one right down the middle. Hove has been red hot this series.
Love to have that one back, I'm sure.
They're going back to, so Dumpy started in the league with your team, the Rough Riders, correct?
That's right. Yep.
Describe his rookie season with you. What was that like bringing him into the league for that first year?
Well, he had a performance in a season like a lot of rookies coming in. There's a lot to figure out. I mean, it doesn't matter if you come in with pedigree. I don't care how many careless summer evenings you spend in the rink as a kid. Until you're seeing HRL pitching for the first time, until you're seeing HRL hitting, you're going to have to progress. He made great steps, but I think if you look at his stats, he was just as terrible as most rookies.
Ground ball to left. Let's see how far Palp will go. He's going to check in at third, fielded by Dodger Dave. Productive out, though, by Hove. Got to make contact there in that situation. That sets up a potential 2-run ground out or 2-run single right here. So, you probably knew he was a great athlete coming into his rookie year with the Rough Riders. Did he live up to expectations?
Oh, I think he exceeded expectations. I mean, nobody really expected him to be very good. I think a lot of people were expecting him to just kind of coast on the coattails of the Rough Riders, haters sort of bringing him in and trying to groom him in the Gotham's way. But I don't think he really popped off until, this season. Again, you got another Gotham up there who's able to coach and do what he needs to bring along the talent. But, I mean, let's face it, the kid was 19 for most of the season. He's far from peaking at this point. And if you look at trajectory from rookie year on, I mean, you see a hockey stick here. So it's only a matter of how high he can go, right?
Jim bluffs a pickoff at second. Seuss not fooled by that one.
What I want to know is why we're not seeing him tonight. I mean, for all of the accolades I'm hearing here, he's not getting a start. I think you look at his stats, 14 runs in the 2 games. I mean, that's absolutely terrible. And so, it comes down to just great coaching decisions. And if the kid needs to ride
ground ball up the middle, fielded by Dodger Dave, and there were 2 outs, so that'll end the inning.
Beautifully sequenced by Webby there.
WebGem gets out of it. Cakes threaten but do not score. Yeah, Dumpy, front runner for Cy Young this year, pretty much the whole year. Maybe towards the end of the year, Syke maybe caught him or passed him for Cy Young. I know they had my top 2 votes. I can't remember which one I put first and which one I put second. But yeah, he coming over to Hopkins, a more of stacked hitters and whatnot, but he had better pitching stats. Do you attribute that to the Gotham's mentoring, if you will?
Yeah, I think in Webb's hands, he can craft a pitcher if there's a little bit of raw talent there, and there's a little bit of talent there, obviously, and Webb's done a lot with it, but I think what you see are regular season numbers. I think what the coaches and the brass are going to take a look at is postseason performance, and that's how most of the elites are measured. I think you look at a Taco and you see, popping off. Charwell just clutch last year. The question for management is going to be, is he that clutch player? You can give me innings and wins during the regular season, but if you can't cut it when it counts, what use are you to the team? So I think there'll still be big questions coming out of the season.
Babyface steps up to the dish as the Aces try to continue their comeback once again against the Babycakes. The second inning last game was when they really got the comeback going. You seem to be one of those dads that has extremely high expectations, and you're not going to fill your son's head with false praise when it's not necessary. Is that true?
Well, we're still waiting on the test results, really, to see if he is my son. I just want to get that on the record.
As he steps up to the plate right here, representing the tying run.
I expect him to have a plan. If he doesn't have a plan at each of these at-bats, he's not going to do well. Clearly, he's coming up with a plan, and I attribute that to Webby, of course.
2-0 to Dumpy, takes 3-0. He seems to be more patient tonight. He seemed to be maybe a little eager the other night, but
well, I
his
think
approach-
over-eager is a way to describe it.
Yeah. 3-0, fouled off. He got a good pitch to hit right there.
Yeah, he certainly did, but he missed. I mean,
4-1.
let's give him his due here. Hove has progressed amazingly over the course of the season, and I mean, you look at him here, he's throwing fantastic. He's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, he wavered a little bit in the first inning, but managed to get out of it. Now he's got a full count on Dumpy. Big pitch here. The payoff pitch right down the middle. Slowed it up,
Just
and he
can't have
stares
that.
in.
Yeah, you just can't have that.
Just locked him up.
And that's what I'm talking about. The management is going to have to take a serious look at performance, especially in the postseason, and have a good conversation. See if he puts the work in the offseason. But, some things you just can't teach, and Webb's got his work cut out for him.
Deep to center. Did Dodger Dave do it again? No, what a catch by Hondi. Deep in center field makes the play. Babyface back to first, and for a second I thought he had his third of the night.
That goes out. Keep telling him, don't hit it to that part of the field. Get over there, it's a short fence.
So I think you can hear the frustration in Webby's voice right there as a manager. He expects a plan from these players and they don't perform and he gets frustrated. And kudos to him for keeping a cool head, carrying the weight.
I mean, he's had a lot of trials and tribulations throughout this season, suffering 2 losses. I don't know how you bounce back from that in the playoffs, but so far so good.
Well, Webb is a man of analytics. Webb is a man of science, and I think all he needs is the data to really understand a performance. He's not going to perform, with emotions first. He's going to be strictly analytical in his approach here, and I expect nothing less.
Webb tends to be a dead pull hitter. Let's see where he aims this one facing a lefty. That one, the top of the board, that's tough to hit coming from a lefty. Never really enters the swing. So what I'm hearing is the Dumpy back to the Rough Riders confirmed.
No, we've already spoken to agents, and I don't want to get into this, honestly, just because of tampering rules and respect for the games that are going on. So I just want to stay away from any conversation having to do with the future of him, the Aces, or the Rough Riders. But
That's
I
a
appreciate
veteran
the
move
question.
right there, yeah. Webgem takes a walk, so runners on first and second. 2 outs, I want to say. 2 outs. Syke with another big chance here against his former Babycakes and Dodgers teammate and childhood friend.
Good hitters constantly knocking on the door for Hove and just again and again doing the job. Telegraph
Swing
the
and a miss.
riser, throws the sinker. Head games, you think?
Yeah, I didn't even notice that. You've got an astute wiffle ball mind. Ooh, you don't see that often. Syke chasing, and that was definitely not 65. That was definitely bat speed that the gun picked up on. 1-2. He finishes them looking.
Wow, 2 in a row. Backwards case.
Oh,
Now you expect better from an elite team, but that's what the Cakes will do to you.
well, there you have it. We got some insight from the dad of Dumpy, Yager, HRL legend. Can we keep you another half inning? I want to talk about that World Series home run. If that's okay with
Yeah,
Grizz.
sure.
Grizz is chomping at the bit to get back into here.
Oh,
Can
just
we
want-
all squeeze in this booth? I can share my headset.
Yeah. I just want to squeeze. I want to talk about that legendary video clip before I let you go. There's a video clip on the HRL website. If you haven't seen it, Who hit the home run? Hal? Was it
Yeah, that
a
was
walk-off
Hal.
home run to win the World Series?
That's correct, yeah.
On this field?
No, that was over in Egan,
over in
Sky
Egan.
Hill, Field 2.
Okay, so Hal from the Gothams?
That was
the
the Gothams,
Gothams.
yep,
Hit a
2012.
game-winning home run. You were on that team.
I was.
Dumpy was there watching,
He
and
was.
he was probably how old?
He was 10, I believe.
Yeah, and there's just
Yeah, he was 10.
he was 10. There's just a legendary clip of this mop of a hair kid sprinting to celebrate with the Gothams. How was that having your 10-year-old son there to cheer you on?
Well, he wasn't cheering me on. I was out at that point with an injury, but I was keeping the book, which really at the time was what made that team. You know, who else do you want bringing your kids up other than elite, wiffle talent? And they're not going to get it from me, but if I can bring them to the talent, you're gonna see improvement. And, we started with tutorials after games with Hal and the Gothams, and playing mixers afterwards. And as far as him mugging Hal on his way around, I felt a little belittled. But at that point I was dealing with some masculinity issues, and but I got over that with the help of a really good therapist and my wife. I was able to accept that, there are certain men out there that are just better than me, certainly better at pitching, and Will was better at receiving. So, Dumpy received, Hal delivered.
That is a legendary story, and we don't often, I don't know, maybe that's the only time where we've seen a child of a player in an HRL highlight, and now we're seeing him live streamed in the HRL World Series. It's got to be the only time that's ever happened.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, absolutely.
Circle of Life is beautiful. As that one hits the tripod.
Well, I love seeing the kids at the rink. I love seeing kids at Wifflepalooza. I love the fact that when we do the All-Star game, the kids are a part of that. And that's how you grow the league. That's how you grow elite talent. It's just making them rink rats. And, Dumpy is far from the only, second generation HRLer. I mean, the list is great before us. I mean, there's the O'Doyle family, Two Bat and his whole crew. There's Bliss. It goes on and on. So we're
Halp at the bat.
Halp and Spoon, yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. I mean, you don't have to look too far. And we just like continuing the tradition here. We have another one that's come out of the Rough Rider compound. Saw his first year, complete year this year. And Keeks is on the same trajectory. We've run the analytics, and we're going to keep him on a long-term contract. I'm okay to say that now.
And what a play by Yager's son there in left. Cool, calm, and collected. Not quite as nice of facial hair, but better dance moves out there. Now, growing up, while you were raising Dumpy, has he always had this charisma when he's been playing? He seems to have a love for the game, passion for the game. Has he always had that?
Love and passion, certainly for the things he loves and I guess is passionate about. As far as the, when he goes full game zone for these, I don't even recognize him, as a player. Most of the time when I was playing with him on the Rough Riders, I was sitting at the other end of the bench when he gets into that mode. But, kudos to the Aces for being able to, harness that energy and that power. We certainly couldn't do it. And again, we parted on very good terms. He gave up a lot in that contract.
Oh, hold on. Another clutch walk there from Seuss. I don't know how he does it. He continues to amaze. Just when you think the bar is set impossibly high, he raises the bar even higher than the right field fence here at Central.
Must be interesting to see if Hope can help himself out here.
Sorry to interrupt that. There was just
not a problem.
it was almost like the JFK assassination type moment right there. You just had breaking news, just accept in good terms, the good version of that.
That was a good.
Yeah, I think I nailed that. So, what's the wiffle name of son number 2 on the Rough Riders? Is it Keeks?
Yeah, that's
Is it
Keeks.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got some nasty movement on his pitches. If he can control that a little bit more, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, I mean, this as we put him into the system and we look at his trajectory, we're really happy with the progress that he made. What we needed from him this year, we got. We set a bar for him, and he exceeded that. And again, he's on a trajectory much like our last product, Dumpy. I've already had conversations with JC a little bit about whether we can farm some of that development out at Rough Rider compound. I think I've told you before. We've got the pitching, we've got the hitting cage, and certainly we've got the gym and everything we need for conditioning. And that'll continue to produce talent, I'm sure.
sounds like the future is bright for the Yager family. Thanks for taking the time out of your very busy night to join us here in the booth and providing some veteran HRL insight. Maybe we'll have you back for Game 3 and Game 4 if the fans are demanding it. Looks like the chat's loving it. So
It would be an honor. Thanks, Mitt.
thanks for
HRL.
stopping by.
My pleasure, sir.
We'll have Grizz join us here again here in the bottom of the third. WebGem was able to get out of the top of the third with no damage. The clutch walk was wasted, and we've got Babyface starting things off. Welcome back, Grizz.
Thank you. Happy to be here. It's a great interview there with Yager. Always a fun guy to talk to.
I thought we were gonna get some like Oscar speech music going on there.
This is a big spot for Babyface here. You could really start building some momentum for the Aces.
Well, so much for that big spot.
So much for that, yeah. Babyface just not in a great mood tonight, which you don't see typically out of him.
Yeah, I mean, they pitched him really well.
I guess that's what happens when you only show up to 14 games all year.
You don't get the reps, I guess.
Cannot confirm if that stat is true or not. I actually don't know.
He did miss quite a few now that the COVID workplace
Yeah,
is
he's-
opening up.
he's
a little
traveling
bit.
a lot,
He's
he's
traveling a lot. You got to respect the hustle.
I mean, or you could just say figure out your priorities.
Exactly.
You know.
I mean, I picked a job based on the wiffle season, so I had summers off. Swing and miss by Dumpy. Good pitch there. That's over the swing. And Dumpy's pretty tall. It was still over his swing. Same pitch, same result. 2 up, 2 down. How big is that jam that Hove got out of in the first right now?
Insider information coming in from one of our viewers states that apparently Babyface is still a little distraught that the Packers lost last night, so he's really not in the right mindset to be playing a World Series game tonight.
Yeah, let's come back to that next Babyface at bat because he's got some inside ties with the Packers, which is really unfortunate. Dodger Dave got robbed of a hit by Hondi last inning.
Hove has really settled down here in the later innings.
Oh yeah, bases loaded, nobody out in the first, and he got out of it. And this so far has been his best inning by far. So that was a check swing, but it was 66, so it was irrelevant. That was his first pitch over since that first inning, I believe, as well.
Good eyes. This is called red. Thank you.
Dodger Day taken all the way right there, and he draws a 2-out walk. The Aces all night have been scoring with 2 outs, and let's see if that continues.
One swing away here from a time ball game.
I currently have goosebumps, and WebGem is still glistening right now. I don't know how he does it. It's probably the baby oil at this point.
He's got a lot of it at his house
And
there,
a
man.
terrible catch by Coach back here. Brick hands. BDT. We call him BDT now, yeah. Big
It's-
Daddy Trent.
It's Coach. Or Bia.
Can WebGem tie things up right here? Short porch on the left. Pooh Bear waits at the blue line. Hove does that fadeaway pitch right there.
I don't know about you, Mitt, but Hove looking a little nervous on the mound right now.
Well, every pitch has so much weight to it right now with the tie and run at the plate. And he was locked in a few batters ago, and now he seems to have lost it with 2 outs.
WebGem looking like he's not taking the bat off his shoulder
No,
here.
he's in take mode right here. Good hitters behind him. As he swings.
As he swings through it.
through. That was a good pitch to swing at, though. That was right there.
You think we got in his head there?
I don't know. Like I said earlier, it is tough with the commentators being
Very
right behind the ear of the batter, trying not to distract the game.
That's a professional take by WebGem.
Yep,
He's
took
been
his
here
good
once or
hack
twice.
at his meatball and then draws a walk, and now Psych Bats representing the go-ahead run, and all momentum the Cakes had could be erased in this at-bat.
His girlfriend is in the vicinity now. Let's see if he can keep up the good at bats.
Oh, head hunting, set the tone.
Almost hits the bat. Almost hits the bat.
Wow, dude, that was so close to the bat. Almost hit it. It was close. Nice
on deck. Mike. Babyface on deck. On deck. Out next.
Maybe pitch around Psych a little bit, but with Babyface on deck, we believe. Don't know if that's the best idea. 3-0, 4-0. At this point, you just walk them.
If Psych swings at this pitch, he should be cut.
And he nicks the top of the board. See, I'm usually all for getting on base, unless you're Psych or a handful of other players. The 4-1. Can Hove battle back? Now it's a full count, 2 outs, tying run on first, go ahead run at the plate. The pitch, swing and a miss on a 64-mile-an-hour pitch though. So Psych will reach first. I don't think Pooh Bear knows it yet. Now he realizes it and comes back. Oh, 2 years ago or 3 years ago, no one notices that, but now with the radar guns, it changes the whole dynamic
Who
of the
brought
game.
that to the HRL, man?
And here's Babyface. Babyface is due right here.
Even with the night Babyface is having, there's nobody I'd rather have at the plate in this moment in time.
I'd rather have Psych.
Oh, you are just wrong.
Babyface isn't a bad second choice though. 3-0 to Babyface. Hove needs to come in with one. 4-0. You don't want to give him just a cookie here though, because they still have a 2-run lead.
Red
A
light
walk,
here.
still have the lead. Yeah, do you red light Babyface right here?
Red light.
Yeah.
Babyface is a smart enough hitter where he will be taking this pitch.
Here we go, the 4-0. Ball 5. Once again, the Aces with 2 outs get on the board. Is this Dumpy's defining moment?
Can he cement himself in HRL history with this at bat?
Takes a couple practice cuts. Third mound visit from Seuss. So apparently they didn't use their first 2 earlier, so now they have 2. Here's the pitch.
Quick
Outside.
question. Quick question, Mippy. If you're Dumpy, do you get a strike here?
Nope.
There you go, folks.
1-0. 2-0. And now at this point, you got to keyhole one.
He
Gotta
looked-
be perfect.
He looks pretty content keeping the bat on the shoulder. Not a bad play.
2-0. Just outside. At this point, I'm taking.
You got a red light
Yeah.
here, right? You have
Yep.
to. Have to. Tying run on
I don't
third,
think he
3-0.
is, though.
Oh, he is.
4-0. Now
You can-
absolutely taking right here. Stares back at the booth.
Doesn't even have his
He's
bat.
not
He's not even
even
gonna
put
put
the hand
it
on the
on.
bat. This is tough if you're Hove. You have to find a way to throw a pitch. You know he's not swinging. Ball 5.
With the bat flip walk, you love to see it.
Game tied.
Webgem whispering sweet nothings in Dodger Dave's ear when he comes up to the plate here.
You gotta say, he's gonna say, take a strike here, and there's a strike, big strike.
No more blue fucking hits. No more Reds wiffle ball.
Webgem fired up behind the
Fired up
camera.
Webgem now that he's tied.
Good eyeball.
1-1.
Still got-
3-3, bottom 3, bases loaded, 2 outs.
You're still patient.
It's alright, it's alright.
1 and 2.
In that spot, you tattoo it.
The 1-2. Change up just misses, hits the post or the tripod or something.
Wasn't the board.
Yeah, 2-2. Screwball low, 3-2. The drama builds.
Just making him work.
I'd love to see a full count here, Mip. I don't know about you. Let's get the runners in motion.
Here we go, 3-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. This one's under 64. It's 60 miles an hour. And that'll do it.
No.
So, after Hove thought he got out of the inning on a strikeout of Psych, Psych walked on a 64-mile-an-hour pitch. Aces end up scoring 2 to tie the game, and we go to the 4th in a brand new ball game.
Hove is absolutely battling out there on the mound.
He's every inning he's left 3 on in the first, 2 on in the second, 3 on in the third. He's tempting fate, but he's done just enough to keep the Cakes in it.
as you were swinging the leg up, you're like,
After the Aces tied it up, Web Gem came over to the booth and said, no more Reds wiffle ball, no more cheap hits, and look where Babyface is playing right now. Short right field, trying to take away that short hit that Pooh Bear's patented for.
That's just good coaching right there, Mippy.
That goes back to the Gotham's championship in 2012, 2013, whenever that was. Slider swing and a miss.
Of course, back then you could throw 75 and not 63.
Also true.
What's faster?
Or so I've heard. A fog has rolled into the HRL rinks on this chilly night as Pooh Bear goes down swinging. The fog has a skunk smell to it, though, which is a little bit concerning. Maybe pollution becoming an issue here in Hopkins. Usually Hopkins is a much cleaner city than Egan since it's so far from the airport, but maybe it's being infiltrated by the baby cakes stench. Hondi looking to provide a spark, and there he does. Liner off the metal fence. Would have gone in pretty much any other field once again, but a solid single. That just kept on rising.
It's like he's throwing a riser up there.
Help just gets under. Dodger Dave is there for the play, 2 outs. Ooh, good swing on that one from Palp. He just got under it a little bit. I feel like the Cakes need to be the next team to score, otherwise momentum is completely gone. And once again, it would be the same script as game 1. Swing and a miss from Seuss.
The Aces are the team that just seem to build momentum continually throughout the game, and it's tough for them to lose it.
They're not afraid to play from behind.
They're comfortable playing from behind, some would say.
The pressure of maybe having that perfect season all season made them play, I don't want to say tight, but it made them play laser focused all year, which sets up well for these playoff situations.
Playoff football all year. Good show of sportsmanship there by Dr. Seuss picking up the ball on the other side of the dud line.
Got to get it in while you can.
That's a pitcher's mentality right there. Very JC-esque.
Oh, half pint Sully. Yeah.
2 strikes to Seuss.
Half pint for.
Ground ball to left. Dodger Dave there with the
Almost
play.
missed.
Seuss looks like he thinks he missed one right there. He's mad at himself as he carries the bat down the first base line. But the Cakes fail to score. And here come the Aces in the bottom of the 4th.
Aces having the team meeting here down the third baseline. I think they're going to be talking about making Hove work out on the mound, making him throw pitches, making sure they're swinging at pitches that are in their zone to hit him out somewhere.
Yeah, I haven't seen that from Web Gem teams in the past. These team meetings, usually that's just a Yankees thing with the team meetings.
I
but-
think it's more of a psych thing.
Okay.
I think Psych is kind of leading that charge, getting the team together, making sure everybody's on the same page, and Web Gem's just kind of there and letting it happen. Psych seems to be the true manager of this team, and I think Web Gem enjoys that. He likes just being a player and letting somebody else kind of run the show so he can focus on his hitting and pitching.
I took it out of the 2 home runs.
Might be a question we'll have to ask in the post game. Who's leading those
Yeah, I think that's
in-game pep talks?
a great post-game interview question.
And sure enough, Web Gem taking first pitch, ball 1.
It took me 3 years to put a ball in play.
Beautiful night for wiffle ball here, probably about 64 degrees at this point. No wind at all. Very comfortable for the players, very comfortable for the viewers with a light sweatshirt, maybe a blanket.
Very comfortable for the broadcasters.
Hove has yet to come close here in the 4th.
My 12th time experiencing Seuss within the playoff night. I joined late.
Ooh.
And I hit one.
That changeup red at 87 or 97, we all know that was a misread.
Nope.
And he throws it again. Hove just needs to find a pitch that he can throw for a strike when he needs to.
Big pitch here.
And there he does. Battles all the way back to get Webb on strikes. I would say that was a good at-bat from Webb Gem, just better pitching by Hove.
Web Gem throws the bat at Dr. Seuss. Don't really know what that means in the long run.
Trying to send a message for Thursday night. You don't want to activate playoff Pelp though on the mound.
You know, I was thinking about it. With the way Hove pitched there in the third, do you consider bringing in Pelp here in relief?
I was just thinking about bringing that up. I feel like at this point, no.
But with the leadoff strikeout against Web Gem, it's tough to take him out now.
Yeah. Hove can have more dominant stuff than Pelp, but Pelp can probably throw more strikes. Swing and a miss from Syke.
I missed it because I didn't start the yield because I blew up the knee. Like, I think I missed it.
That's a nice little two-seamer that Hove's got on the mound. I didn't really expect that out of him.
Fouled off. Left one up right there. Maybe got away with one.
That two-seamer was almost sent about 300 feet to center.
Good take there from Syke. Let's see if Hove can have a clean inning. He hasn't had a clean inning all game. He came close last inning before kind of falling apart and walking in a couple runs. 2-strike delivery, popped foul. Syke, one of the toughest guys, probably the toughest guy to strike out in the league. He had a strikeout rate. He only struck out 1 out of every 10 at-bats, which led the league.
Is that fact?
It's 10 point something. It was very close to 10. I have not checked in a couple weeks. But
That right there is just a great take by Syke, just missing the bottom of the board. I don't know how you lay off on that pitch.
payoff pitch. A little hesitation. Deep to right! And it's gone! It stays inside the foul pole. How do you hit that ball out of here?
Kid's a good hitter.
Low and away, perfect pitch, and Syke just lasers it over the giant wall in right field. That's why this team is 36
Whatever.
and 2.
No.
You could just sense it building. And there it was. Old Babyface with his best swing of the night.
That's a Hack Wilson hack right there.
Tyler, I think that's accurate.
Sorry, my bad.
Oh, jeez. And that explodes the radar, and we're going to have a fairly lengthy delay right here.
Way to go, Babyface.
The radar not only got knocked off, but the batteries and the cover exploded. So
He should be pitching right now.
that's grounds for ejection right there, don't you think?
Where's the rule?
I feel like we have to have a rule that's instituted that if you destroy that expensive piece of equipment, you're probably kicked out of the league.
Well, there's a lot of rules in the HRL Twin Cities that might be put on blast here.
4-3 Aces lead, bottom of the fourth. Aces just took the lead on a Syke home run. Clearly the front runner for World Series MVP right now, as he dominated on the mound, at the plate in Game 1, and in Game 2 he has dominated in the field and the plate as well.
And we resume.
Popped up, that's going to drop foul. Great effort there from Hove. Hove is never going to be accused of not showing enough effort. If he's not the front runner for the Cust Award every year, something's wrong. Ooh, good pitch there. Good take by Babyface. And Babyface with another walk.
And a behind the bat backflip.
Good walk bat flips by the Aces. I've been really impressed. Dumpy's got a nice bat throw after his walks. Ooh, big cut on a pitch left up. I don't mind that. That's a good swing right there. Pretty good pitch there by Hove.
I know. Garbage.
Swing and a miss. Dumpy chases the drop ball right there. As Hove gets him. He does not toss the bat though, and there's a truck in the parking lot with its lights on.
Wait for it off screen.
And
he still has it in his hand, folks.
He's approaching his bench, and he does a fake spike, and he drops the bat. Disappointing, letting down all 21 viewers and everyone in attendance. Dodger Dave
getting peppered in the booth here with balls.
Takes the pitch in. Just how you like it.
I think we can all agree Dodger Dave might be the surprise of the series so far.
The surprise is that he's hit him early in the game. Ground ball up the middle, tough play. Hopkins hop, and Hondi's there for it. So, solo home run from Sight gives the Aces a 4-3 lead. We go to the 5th inning. Baby Cake's still very much alive, but down 1, they need to score.
Activate playoff web gem on the mound.
Who said that, Muhammad?
No, I did.
Oh, you did?
Big shout out to all our viewers in the chat right now. Big shout out to Ages, Muhammad, Kmart. Looks like we've got Keeks. We've got Torpedo. I'm not going to scroll up because I don't want to, but if you want any shout outs, make sure you leave us some comments in the chat. Make the chat lively.
Talk to us. Talk to each other. Make friends.
Crowd here has dispersed a little bit after game 1, maybe partly due to the weather, maybe partly because the Aces won game 1 and they thought maybe it's over. It has gotten a little chilly, or maybe it's just late on a Monday night. Ground ball to left, tough play. Yagu's son with the play. And 1 quick out.
Baby Cake's got to score here. They have to score this inning. It's going to be unbearably tough in the 6th.
Yeah, this game has kind of had the same exact script as game 1. Early 3-0 lead for the Baby Cakes. Aces have stormed back. Grizz wants to give a shout out to Scrabble. Cougar takes the ball.
There we go. Here come the Grizz shout out. Thank you, Yeller and Kmart. Appreciate you guys. Apparently Scrabble just wants Mippy in and around something.
Brewers legend Old Yeller and Ducks legend Old Yeller in the chat. Pooh Bear needs to find a way on here. Chopped right back to Web Gem. Oh, he makes that play. Not in the All-Star game, but he makes it here.
Hopkins hops, baby. Tonight, that's a nice athletic play by Web Gem there. You know, he's able to make those plays when he doesn't have 6 captain coats before he goes and tries to pitch.
Hot take, alcohol impairs your ability to function.
You're right, we're pushing.
All right. Hondi been kind of quiet tonight, looking to make an impact. He had a nice play in center field defensively. Let's see if the bat wakes up here. Inside corner, not going to on that pitch. That is a gross pitch.
Thank you, Scrabble. Appreciate you.
Swing and a miss.
It's a great pitch right there by Web Gem, taking advantage of the aggressiveness of Hondi.
2 strikes. Wow, what a fight right there. Threw a weird screwball that I hadn't seen Web Gem throw all night. Maybe it was going to hit the top of the board, but Hondi fought it off. And not that one, though.
Tricked him.
Little riser gets him to chase. We go to the bottom of the 5th. The ace, 3 outs away from a 2-0 series lead.
He went out in the blaze. No, I think it's about 5.
Going into the bottom of the 5th here.
The energy level at the field has subsided a little bit.
Yeah, it seems a little dead around here.
Yeah, it's kind of been, maybe it's the realization that the same script might be playing out. Aces just feeling comfortable. Cakes maybe playing a little bit timid right now.
I think a lot of people showed up to the field hoping that the Cakes would be able to pull at least one game out, and the Aces sucked that energy right out of the field.
Yeah, much of the league, as Hope delivers ball to WebGem, much of the league predictions that I've been hearing, the rumblings that I've been hearing are aces in 4, aces in 5. I haven't heard anything other than those two predictions. As WebGem skies went deep to the left, but that's going to stay in the yard, and Pooh Bear makes the play. I haven't even heard any predictions about aces in 6, let alone Baby Cakes winning it.
Smallpox did predict aces in 6.
Okay.
On the
All right.
way, on the drive here, he did predict aces in 6.
Okay.
He's wrong, but that's what he predicted.
Swing to follow by Syke.
I was so happy we lined up to make sure we pitched.
Syke has been an absolute menace all night, and he rips one deep to right again. Oh,
what a
Andy! He levitated in the air in right field. He paused to take a selfie and then made the play. If we had replay, I would show it right now. If you're at home, rewind that, because that was a thing of beauty.
I could have saved the Baby Cakes' hopes of winning this game.
That energized the crowd a little bit. They were falling asleep, and now they're back.
Now they'll be dead once Babyface goes Yahtzee.
Babyface has hit some big home runs in his day. A home run here would probably be his biggest.
He's sitting on that slow slider, guaranteed right here.
There he goes, baby face of the Aces.
Called it.
Medium deep to left, just out of the reach of Pooh Bear's grasp. And he has the chain on his neck as he rounds the bases.
Fun fact about Babyface, Grizz actually brought him into the league, kind of took him under his wing and taught the kid everything he knows. So it's really fun for me to sit here and watch him hit a home run in the World Series.
The homer was less than 13 seconds ago, and somehow you made that about you. Congratulations. Popped up, Hove is there. Dumpy with a little gamesmanship trying to get in his way. He gets scolded by his teammate Syke. Hove gives him a, what the heck was that? I think it was all fun and games.
I think that's
I
all
think they're both
WebGen
smiling.
needed. I think that Babyface home run is going to seal it for the Aces here in Game 2.
Well, if there's anyone that could get this rally started, it'd be Palpatine. Palpatine, once again, the oldest guy in the World Series history at 38 years of age. This is his 110th playoff game, only second behind Seuss in playoff game appearances, so he's not scared of the moment.
Any hot predictions here for Palpe B?
I'll let you know after the at-bat. I'm just here to do play-by-play. You provide the color.
Prediction, strikeout.
Inside. Walk here would be huge. Would bring the tying run to the plate.
Okay, Kmart.
Good take there. You know WebGem's going to come in with a pitch right here. At least he's going to try to. Ball 5. Leadoff walk by Palp.
You know, don't cover your mouth like you're shooting.
Your prediction gained viewers.
Dr. Seuss now. Is his approach aggressive, being the tying run? It's got to be, right?
I think he's sitting on one pitch here, and if it's that pitch, he's going. Yep, didn't like it. Didn't like
Last
it.
year in Game 1 of the World Series, Dr. Seuss hit a game-winning home run off somebody.
Is that maybe 5
It was
by
me.
chance?
Yeah,
it
it was
was
me.
maybe 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one would be almost as heroic. Ball 3.
Some would argue more heroic.
Could save the season. Popped up to center on a 3-0 pitch. Got a good one to hit, though. Can't be mad about that. Maybe would have been high to be 4-0, but that's right in the wheelhouse
Yeah, that was.
for Seuss. He
Oh.
just missed it.
Hove has hit some big home runs in his career.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got a little extra adrenaline after that dumpy exchange last inning.
Well, Hove hit the walk-off home run to win the first round of the Egan playoffs in extra innings. They need him now, and he hits it in the same spot. Pop to center, he's not running it out. Babyface could have dropped that for double play to end the game, but only a veteran would do that. 2 outs. It's all up to Pooh Bear.
Leaving and I'm taking the hot spot with me.
Strike 1.
Bullshit.
A couple fans have risen. Rips to right, flared to right. WebGen makes the play in fair territory, and the Aces take a 2-0 series lead. Another come-from-behind performance by the Aces. Both games they fall behind 3-0. Both games they don't allow any more runs and come back to win. Game 1, 7-3. Game 2, 5-3.
Good seeing you, Jordy.
You two boys.
We're gonna hear from WebGem for another post-game interview. He was the winning pitcher, and he also started off the game with a home run. No, he didn't. I don't remember the game, sorry. Did he start off the game with a home run? That sounds about right. Yeah, first pitch, he started off the game with a home run. Glad I clarified that. He puts on his shirt for this post-game interview. I'm sorry, ladies and men, but you're gonna have to watch him in a shirt.
See you, Mighty Duck.
All right.
It's in Egan, so you know.
Hey, let me know my framing.
Right. I won't be here. No.
Hey, Grizz, color commentator,
I'll be
let me
here
know
for
my
6 and
framing.
7.
Framing, are we in frame?
Oh yeah. Thank you.
All right. WebGem?
What's up, man?
This way a little bit? All right. WebGem, you're here again. That's 2 times in the last 4 days where you've been a big part of your team's victory. This time not quite as dramatic, not a
Yes.
walk-off home run.
I'm okay with that.
But you started off the game with a home run on the first pitch after going down 3-0. What was going through your mind when you fell behind 3-0?
Just like last game, we were down early, so I wasn't too worried. I mean, we know we can hit, just not let it get out of hand. I mean, it was a little frustrating because I had them in good counts. They put a couple hits just over the line, but it was nice to settle down later in the game and not let that get out of control again with walks and blue pits.
It seems like the Aces are never afraid to play from behind. A lot of comeback victories during the regular season. It seemed like all season you're kind of playing with a chip on your shoulder, almost going for that perfect season. Do you think that grind during the regular season prepared you for these moments of playing behind in the playoffs?
Yeah, we talked about that. We said some of those games that we had to come back from. It was nice to get the wins and to keep the undefeated streak alive, but it was also nice to have that pressure on us, to have to be patient at the plate, the entire team. And that's what we've done. That's why we've been successful, because we have somebody step up here and there, but everybody's got to have good at-bats because we need guys on base.
Game got tied 3-3. Hove had some control issues in about the 3rd or 4th inning. Once the game got tied, you turned to the booth and you kind of gave us that look like, all right, this is it. No more Reds wiffle ball, no more cheap hits. I'm going to lock them down. And you did. What was your mentality after the game was tied?
Well, it was a reset button. I kind of wanted a lead. I wanted to pitch with a lead like in the 4th inning, but we didn't get there. That's okay. I think once I started seeing the ball hit the board early in the count, I could get a little bit more creative. I think I was putting them a little bit too over the plate early in that in the 1st inning. But once I settled in and I could throw some mix a little bit more, made them chase a bit, bailed me out.
Well, congratulations, a commanding 2-0 lead. Obviously not over yet. Job's not done. We'll continue the series in Egan on Thursday. Any predictions for how Thursday night's going to go?
That's where I win World Series, is in Egan at Sky Hill. So I want to play there.
You heard it here first. WebGem, thanks for joining us. Good luck on Thursday. Grizz, come on in here. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. Great viewership, great commentary in the chat. Love the HRL community. Thanks for tuning in. You're what makes this league special. Until Thursday night, I'm Mippy5.
I'm Grizz.
And we're signing off. We'll see you Thursday night. We might have a champion by then. MIP5.
Have fun, HRL.